A lot of people ask, well, what's the difference between Fiverr and Upwork?
This video is brought to you by OpWork Academy.
Upwork is another major freelancing site. Should I be on Fiverr? Should I be on Upwork? Why should I be on one and not the other? Well, let's talk about the differences, the major differences between the two. Fiverr tends to be for smaller jobs. Upwork tends to be for longer jobs. Now, everything or just about everything you can get on Fiverr, you can get on Upwork, and vice versa. So there's no really clear-cut rule. It's not a guarantee that on Fiverr you'll only get short jobs. You can get long-term projects, sure. But generally speaking, Upwork is known for like more. If you want to hire a developer for 3 months, you go to Upwork. If you want to hire somebody to create you a photo in a day, you go to Fiverr. That's kind of like how people see it. That's one difference. On Upwork, there tends to be a little bit more technical work, and on Fiverr, there tends to be a little bit more marketing work. Again, it can be reversed. There's a lot of marketing on Upwork, and there's a lot of technical things on Fiverr. But for the most part, Upwork is known for technical projects. Fiverr is technical and marketing, let's say. But for sellers, for you and I, the biggest difference and why I actually prefer Fiverr hands down, this is the biggest thing for me, is on Fiverr, most buyers find gigs by searching and just buy them because the entry price is relatively low. It's easy for people to try it. And that means there is no sales process. Half of the time people buy from me is the first time I ever hear from them. On Upwork, on the other hand, you have to apply to many jobs if you're a seller. You have to compete sometimes against 10, 20 other sellers who are very hungry and desperate, and they're going to interview. And that interview process is very expensive in time. You're going to compete for a lot of jobs. You're going to get relatively few jobs because you're competing with 10 or 20 other freelancers sometimes. So that part of Upwork I really don't like because it's so time wasting, and it makes whatever money you earn from the project, if you add up all the hours you spend interviewing and trying to get jobs on Upwork, your rate will tend to be a little lower. It's just a very frustrating process. That's why I like Fiverr. On Fiverr, you get a lot of cheap leads. Essentially, people buy at cheap rates, and then it's up to you to extend their purchasing lifetime from you. Hopefully, you can turn a small buyer into somebody who spends thousands of dollars where you do long term, but it's easy to try. It's easy to get those. On Upwork, there are generally fewer clients, and it's harder to get them. And that's why I actually value Fiverr.